Welcome back, everybody, to the Dynamic Billiard Eurotour in Podčetrtek, Slovenia. Our next featured match for today is a fantastic matchup in the last 32 players single elimination phase between former world 10-ball champion Wojciech Szewczyk from Poland and a former European 10-ball champion Marc BIJSTERBOSCH from the Netherlands. It's a race to 8. They will be alternating the breaks and breaking from outside the break box, and this is a great matchup. Like I mentioned, I honestly think we will not see a close one because both players have been playing well for a long period of time. Most of it is gonna come down to the break. Player having a little bit more run on the break is gonna take a bigger gap, I believe, in the score. They both like to break big, so let's see what Wojciech can do in this first track. Okay, first break coming up dry, last minute the 8 comes right in between, so no first look for Marc on the 1. A little bit of overcut on the break. Nice impact, good cue ball, just not right in the face. Quite aggressive opening kick. Could have pushed out, of course, but chose to go for distance. Possible some cover behind the 3. Only good news for BIJSTERBOSCH in this case might be that the 2 could be tricky to play the 2 in the corner where the 6 is. Try to draw all the way for the 2 ball on the side. Did he just get past the 9 to be able to work with the 2 ball? Or I think that's a no. Looking at kicking 1 rail, catch the left side. Separation could bring the 2 ball to the bottom short rail. Okay, kind of surprised he's gonna get the jump cue out, called the jump bank. Aggressive start for both players, but they might also feel that the player that has a little bit of run, playing that aggressive from the beginning, could be the player favoring it from that over a long period of time. Take a big lead, both get pretty comfortable, and could be one-way score. Yeah, I got the distance, but definitely chance for Marc. Yeah, also overcut, probably because he was also trying to get something on the 3. Like I mentioned, another quite aggressive try on the 2 ball. Could have played safe, but they both must feel in stroke or with full of confidence to not have to hide. And a little bit of fortune there as the 4-5 got tied up. Clever shot from Wojciech and 2-rail kick from Marc now, looking to get a quite full contact. We've already seen a couple matches today where just not giving ball in hand or just creating separation is already most of the times enough to hang in the moment. Just make sure you don't instantly sell out or give ball in hand. Little bit surprised by this choice. Could have played the 2-ball thin on the left side. Still, like I said, not an instant loss of the game as the 4 is tied up with the 5. Unless he's going to try and get angle on the 3. Has a nice angle to open the balls up, so definitely would like to go at it from here. If things don't work out, might still have a bank shot on the 4. Yeah, great split. And I think that 4-ball goes to the bottom right. So first real chance after Marc missed a long 2-ball and tied everything up, but in between that, nothing really nice happened. Yeah, the only thing that could hold both players back during a match like this is the fact that they've been playing already for 2 weeks straight. They've played the European Championships, and at some point it wears its toll. So fatigue or, yeah, maybe just not always as sharp as you can be. Well, definitely a strong start. Took a couple long ones, but straight. And to draw first blood, Marc BIJSTERBOSCH. 1-0. Yeah, the first chance really for Wojciech. Came too short on the 2, left Marc this 2-ball and then pushed the balls together. But an excellent split on the into the 4-5. Secures him the first rack in this race to 8. Yeah, nice break. Cue ball just past the side, made the ball in the side. I do think the 6 did not interfere. So open shot on the 1. As you can see, pushed the cue all the way through. A very natural power on the cue ball to hop back past the side pocket. And this is what most of the players look for. Because then if you hit it a little bit off, you don't scratch directly in the side. You kind of have a buffer because the cue ball is jumping back enough. Now, looks pretty straight to me on the 1. From here, from this angle, from the top cam, it doesn't look like the 2 goes to the corner. Still does go to the side, but yeah, there was no way to get there, so Is he able to still make the 2 and push the 3 in front of the side? No, he played a actually played a very sneaky shot there to find a small window. Cheated the pocket just a bit. And if he can stop the cue ball, he definitely solved the biggest problems at the table. I guess he will leave the cue ball for the 6 in the side pocket to go back down table. Oh, was trying to get a little straighter on the 6. Still has the stun shot, 6 in the side. Stun the cue ball 2 rails to the short side of the 7, but of course would have liked to be at the other side of the 7. Oh, was also able to play top spin, but the rail kind of surprised him there. So usually I would expect players to play safe from here, but with Marc, sometimes I don't know what to call. I've seen such a high gear in offense from this guy. Yeah, played it just enough to leave him something to work with. The only thing is the 9 doesn't go into the corner where the 10 is, so we'll either have to hold the cue ball here 2 rails. Yeah, has to spin it in. Outside spin. Yeah, hit that beautiful. Yeah, great recovery from BIJSTERBOSCH. Especially towards the end, solved the problem very nicely in the beginning, but when he got that bounce from the 6 to the 7, you see, he solved all the problems, got like this on the 6, not too happy. And then here, look at the rail. Cue ball got a big bounce just because of the humidity. And still from this position, he managed to make a great out. Not just the 7, but knowing how fast the rails are, he spinned the 8 in and held the cue ball. So, nice breaker run. BIJSTERBOSCH leading 2-0 and Szewczyk breaking. Yeah, hit it twice the same. Yeah, some disappointment there because twice he broke with good impact. They have this long follow-through break. Just that, yeah, it didn't aim well enough. Was not right in the face of the 1. And I mentioned also before today that this break is super sensitive. Before you would be able to break from the center. And if you were a little bit off left or right, balls would still go. But breaking already from the side, the margin of error is a lot less. I do like a 2-way shot on the 1. Could play bottom left. And in case you miss it thick, you leave the 10 or the 4 in between. If you make it, you get on the 2 to the side. think Wojciech is looking at playing the one in the bottom right corner. Similar, if he misses it on the thick side, quite safety in mind as well. Two-way shot. Yeah, good opening shot and maybe not a great push out for Marc. So does have to kill the cue ball while making the two. Oh, and he's missed it too thick, and probably because he was trying to hold the cue ball. Didn't want the cue ball to move over to the right too much. So another chance for BIJSTERBOSCH. So I would say key shot from here could be the 6 to the 7. If he gets decent on the 7, rec should be in BIJSTERBOSCH's favor. A little bit more firm. So left himself a little bit more angle. Also, it's the rails. I heard the humidity has been quite a lot, and also during the European Championships. So yeah, they will find themselves in trickier situations. Held that one. Very nice. So now we'll have to play low right, get past the 9-8. Don't like to play above the side pocket just because the 8 comes into play too much. I think he can play low right towards a diamond and a half on the right long rail. No, that's not gonna be okay. Jump cue is out. Must make jump. Not sure. You might be able to cheat the pocket just a hair. On the other side, I might just make the 7 and see what you get after. Because if you miss the 7, most of the time you leave it open. That's the first piece of the recovery. Now we can cut the 8 in, get to the center of the table for the 9. Yeah, did stun the cue ball out. Maybe a ball or two made a big difference. Yeah, great speed to get to the 10. This for 3-0. Punished that missed opportunity from Szewczyk, and he'll be breaking, so could get into a big lead. Here's that 2 ball he missed. probably because he's trying to hold the cue ball for the 3. And here you see, too short from the 6 to the 7. Made up for it with this great jump. And the 10 for a 3-0 and a possible 4-0, depending on this break. Yeah, I would say for Marc, breaking is kind of his specialty. Has always been, always had a big squat on the break. Straight in the face. I believe made 2 balls. Yeah, 2 balls on the break. Shape on the 1. And look at this for a layout. Yeah, probably the... Well, he did get kind of straight on the 4, I was going to say, to get from the 5 to the 6. It's all about leaving yourself a decent angle to work with. Did get pretty straight on the 4, so might have to play the short side, the top side of the 5. So needs a good recovery from this 5 ball. Yeah, I was trying to go past the 9. This is showing how humid the table is playing at the moment. Yeah, playing the game actually really simple. The only thing that could have gone wrong was that little bump on the 9, but besides that, well, just when I said it, left himself a little bit on the rail. So let's see if he can hold the cue ball. No, he's going to go 2 rails. Or 1 rail. Yeah, BIJSTERBOSCH on fire so far. A 4-0 lead. And yeah, not too much Szewczyk could have done. I believe 1 missed opportunity and a dry break. This is Marc's break. He did beautiful. Look at the shape as well. And then here, played with fire, pumped the 9. And that 9 ball, because he did not want to play it too soft, still got himself to break a run. Yeah, it's time for Wojciech to show some resistance, but it's gonna be starting at this break. This break needs to start. Yeah, again. I mean, it's tough to say. You're not saying he's breaking bad, but you can see the cue balls tracking to the left. So he's breaking from this left, and the cue ball's tracking to the right. Depends on what side of the table you look at it from. And this changes a lot of movement on the balls going towards the side. And he's giving the first opportunities to BIJSTERBOSCH most of the time, and will be finding himself in more situations like this if that break is not going to work. I believe he's getting the jump cue out. Is he playing the jump kick in the side? Is he still able to hit the one ball that full? I didn't think so. Good hit, nicely done. Knew if he caught the left side, so many good things could have happened, and it did. I think he's called the one in the side where the 8 is. Yeah, I think he was trying to get a thicker contact to get the leave behind the 10. Still needs to float the 1 in to get to the short side of the 2. Called the 1 ball. Yeah, pushed the 4 in a tougher position. Not impossible, but just a tougher position. You still have to work with this 2. Nice shot on the 2. Let's see how he's gonna get to the 4. Is he able to check from the short rail, make the angle wide? Top right spin. No, he chose to play the bump on the 7. How's the bump? I think he actually played a good shot, but it's so close. And depending if he can reach, he has to reach over the table. The double hit kind of close as well. So I would say the referee will have a little look. Yeah. Clean shot there on the 4. Approved by referee Miha Vovko. EPBF referee from Slovenia, I believe he is. Yeah, so Wojciech pushing hard to make something happen. Doesn't get great angles, great positions, but fighting through. Small stun or draw to be straight on the 10. To at least scrape through his own break. Gets the score 4-1. But BIJSTERBOSCH will be breaking, so doesn't need a couple mistakes or a dry break or something funny to happen. This is the opening shot after the break for Marc. Actually thought it was a good safety. Then the jump kick and put Marc in a difficult position. Wojciech earned the opening shot, and especially by this shot here, the small bump on the 7. Played the PK after. That's where he got himself the first game on the board. Now, this time a little less break for Marc. Of course, makes a ball on the break, but the accuracy was a little bit less. Not so easy position. I would say he can still bank the 1 to the top short rail and get the cue ball to the left of the 7-9. He's called the bank. Possible two-way. No, he basically played the safety but chose to just call the bank in case. Coming up with the jump straight back on the 1. 3 balls nearby, so could get himself nice shape as well if he makes it. As he left, Marc a shot. Looks like he'll be elevating. Small swerve shot. Oh, so close. Where is that cue ball? Yeah, I did apologize. It's always an awkward position when that 1 is not hanging, but it's just a bit out left and right. As you can see, for the jump, I'm not saying there is no jump, but the 10 and the 5 are a little bit deeper, so you don't have that much room to land the cue ball. So in that case, most of the time I jump with a little bit more elevation and try to land just right next to the 10. Yeah, that was a tricky one. Like if he was closer, he would have probably tried to get position on the 3 ball after, but in this case, as you can see, the cue ball just lands right behind the 10, and that's how it doesn't have any air. Lost all the air time. I can't imagine him going for the 3-4 combination. Okay, yeah, for a second I was not too sure if he had called either the 3 or the 4. But yeah, obviously we've seen his face, so could have left Marc a lot more. But on the other side, it's not really up to Marc to complain. He's at the table. Could thin the 4 ball, bring the cue ball back down. Could also bank the 4 ball 2 rails back down table. I don't like any aggressive cuts. Yeah, just like that. Just the main thing was not to get the 4 in front of the corner, because then it might be easy to make the 4. and to get the cover, of course, always important. So tonight we will also have the last 16 round of 16 players. So make sure you stay tuned after this match. Yeah, looking at catching the left side of the 4 in this case. Actually hit it with good speed, and I think actually that he hit it the way he wanted to, but left a small window between the 6-8. Yeah, a little two-way try. Felt like he had to go for this. Yeah, you could say afterwards, could have played with a little bit more inside spin to make sure you get behind the 10-5. But he might have already played the inside spin, but just caught it thick because of the spin. Oh, great putt on the 4. Would have never imagined that cue ball trying to find a gap in between the 5-10, but it was there. Yeah, did end up with some trouble. Difficult angle to get to the 7 ball. Needs to be underneath the 8. Or possibly a 7-9 combination. But this one looks kind of off on this angle as well. Yeah, and he's missed the 6. Had to punch the ball. And again, little roll, but same like I mentioned earlier. Marc cannot complain. Yeah, and Wojciech looks a little bit down. Of course, it's a tough grind and he's down 4-1. But he's earning himself plenty of opportunities, and this is such a risky shot for Marc. Only focused on getting the cue ball there and did not. Oh, and he looks like he's hooked himself, but we definitely need a better look on this. He's sick as a dog. I mean, I would not imagine him to go 2 rails and stick himself behind the 8 from coming in this angle. Oh, he might. Wow. Still, he might still be able to play a small messé. What's he looking at? No, he's kicking at this. Called a 7. Yeah, great view this. Had no chance to get to the 7. No messe, no swerve. Oh, he got so close. And that cue ball stays on the table, but a shot for Marc. Look at how close he got. 7 in the side. Just barely missed it. Yeah, played good pocket speed. Needs one of those. Ooh. Good thing for him is he's playing a lot of pocket speed in general, so those balls tend to still slide in. In my opinion, a little bit lucky to be 5-1 up, Marc BIJSTERBOSCH. But if your opponent doesn't take his chances, yeah, well, you do your own thing. So he's up 5-1. Looks like Wojciech is going to take a small break, needs to leave the arena. Also, if you looked at his facial expressions, his body language, he's showing Marc too much that he's feeling weak at this moment. And of course, it's easily said. We all have these moments and we all have a little breakdown here and there, but there's always a limit, or everyone should be trying to not go past that one point. So let's see if we have some other interesting results. This is the last 32 single elimination phase. And from here is the winner goes on, the loser goes out. That's what that means for new people, of course. A lot of same countrymen playing each other. 2 Polish, 2 Spain, 2 matches of Germans. Always a coincidence. Yeah, nothing too special. Maybe Yannick Pongers against Mikael Ugaard from Norway, I believe. Yeah, Norway. He's down 6-1. So that's quite a surprise for opening. Yeah, maybe Fabio Rizzi, the Frenchman. He's down against Ruslan Ostrovsky, 4-2. Never actually heard of Ruslan, so it's always interesting to get a new mix of players. Yeah, still plenty of time. Most of the matches are 4-3, 5-2. It's a race to 8, so many things can happen still. Maybe Revo Maimre. He's up 6-1 against Juma Dörner from Germany. Could be a great day for the Estonian. Yeah, I will try to keep you updated on the other results. If you would like to know the other results, check out Kozoom. They're streaming all the tables, or check out the EPBF live scoring web page. Looks like Wojciech is back. He'll be breaking in this 7th rack, but needs to make a change. I think he just swapped the side he's breaking from. Yeah, 7 ball dropping. That 1 ball just getting possibly to the worst spot on the table. Not sure. I think he's called the 1 ball. 2 rails in the corner. Knows that the 1 can stay along the short rail. Could also draw the cue ball up table behind the 2-4 and just play the cue ball. No, chose to play the bank. Made a beautiful shot, but does he have a nice angle on the 2? Look at this again. Play with right spin. Cut back bank shot on the 1. I think he might be able to play smooth draw, kill the cue ball and still have a cut on the 3. Yeah, hit that excellent. Made that look easy because he was cheating the pocket. Soft, smooth draw. And back in line on the 3 ball. Found himself a little straight on the 5. I think he can still punch the cue ball off the rail. And now has to make up his mind what to do from the 8 to the 9. Is he going to get to the short side, top side of the 9 ball? Either way is possible. Yeah, good queuing on the 9, stun run. And the break and run from Wojciech Szewczyk, 5-2. And like I said before, definitely needs a couple of those to make a comeback happen. Beautiful cut back bank. Chose the top short side of the 9. And here, topspin could have brought him close to the corner. That's why he's played a little bit stun. Nice cue ball control and closes the gap to 5-3. Yeah, another big break. None of the usual suspects dropping. But looks like the 1 ball does go to the side. The 2 and the 3 are next to each other. And yeah, not too much work really. As you can see, a little bit of overcut, but still not going directly to a long rail, so maybe a little bit more angle on the 2, but still able to kill the cue ball to the center of the table. He needs that angle anyways to get from the red 3 to the pink 4. Just looking at killing the cue ball. Top right spin. Just looking to get similar to where he is now, or a similar angle on the 6 ball. Not sure if he can hold that. Could go 3 rails around, but then with the bouncy rails, speedy rails, 9 could be in the way. That's why he's chosen to play the 6 in the side. I think it's close to perfect. Yeah. Those are small decisions where if you get too short on the 6 ball, either angle, they can get really nasty and annoying. But when you're straight on the 6, you just follow and it feels like no effort. Big decisions. Now again on the rail. Checking up. Straight draw. Yeah, and actually, this one might hurt Szewczyk a bit. 6-2, break a run. Little tap on the table, not exactly sure. Maybe because he got a little luck after the break. But this one, very soft touch draw. And then still needed good cueing on the 8. But right at the moment where Szewczyk gets their breaker run done, Marc comes up with his own breaker run, so it didn't really change much in the scoreline. Oh. Well, you would say he got lucky not to scratch. But then also if you look at the balls finally gave him a run. As you can see, the 3 ball flies in. The 5 ball goes in, and then that 8 ball right in between. So he's pushing to a jump. From what I've seen, Wojciech does like to get the jump cue out, so. And this one is pretty short range, so I wouldn't be too shy to take this. Yeah, close try. Yeah, and found some luck behind the 6. It's also called the 1 ball in the corner, but this one more distance. Similar cut, but more distance. Oh. And there's that little frustration again. I mean, we all get it. Look at what if he had missed the jump thicker or thinner, you would leave so much more difficult than he just did. Things are just not going his way, and this sport can be very frustrating at times. I think we all know his feeling. And look at this layout as well. Stop shot on the 4, good angle on the 6 to go up table. And a small angle, so in and out the rail. Still has to be careful here. Could potentially scratch in the corner. Yeah, played it perfect. And look at this angle he's given himself. Yeah, this 10 ball to get on the hill first and basically punishing Wojciech on whatever he gets. 7-2, Marc BIJSTERBOSCH on the hill. Here's that jump he played, a little bit of overcut. Cue ball found the save behind the 6, Wojciech the similar jump and left the 1 hanging in front of the pocket. Nice cue ball there from the 6 to the 7. And the 10 to get on the hill first. And you could immediately hear that sound after the break. He felt the timing was just a hair off, put maybe half a tip of topspin, so instantly knew he was kind of being hooked after. Yeah, wondering, is there a jump where he can leave the cue ball behind the 2-6? Tie the 5 ball up and then play that jump? Did he? Did tie the balls up, but did not leave for a jump. And especially with the scoreline being 7-2, I would expect Marc to play the bank shot on the 1. Or has he left a shot on the 1 ball? Well, he did. Came up really short on this 2. Does have the cut, but can he hold the cue ball 2 rails for the 5 ball in the side pocket? That's what he's gonna try to do. Yeah, can you imagine? Hung the 2 and came too far on the 5 in the side. Those are shots that show me that the table is playing really fast. And this is nobody's mistake. This is just the temperature, the humidity, and yeah, that's part of pool. You know, this is going to happen everywhere, but it doesn't make it easy for the players to handle. Let's see, is he going to try and go real first? That's what he's played. How's the shape on the 5? Yeah, just enough to play safety. You see, this is small stuff as well. Real first is a good try, But if he hooks himself full on the 8, the game is completely different. Then now he gets that little peak. That's, yeah. This must be difficult for Wojciech to look at sometimes. Joshua Filler just beat his fellow countryman Lars Cookham 8-3 and Dominic Jastrap 8-4 against Anthony Brabin. Also Yannick Pongers, Thomas Kaplan and Simon Kural just qualified for last 16. That round will be played after this, so make sure you stay tuned. Probably best thing Marc could have done here, and was already very touchy. The speed, the hit. Just left the jump for Wojciech. Let's see what he can do. Yeah, it looked so down on himself to miss this jump, but as you can see, the cue ball just barely hopped right in front of the 5. That's how he caught it thicker. If he jumped maybe, what would it be, 3-4 centimeters further, he would have probably hit the correct spot. Oh. Couple close jumps from both. As you can see, just hung the 5. Yeah, hair too thick. Oh, how is the speed? Does he get past the 9? Yeah, and again the jump cue, and this is what I mean. Like, it's, how could you tell him he played a bad shot on the 5? It's just the feel of the table is just not there, and needs to go airborne again on this 6. Yeah, and scratched. Oh, might have left Marc without open shot on the 6 with ball in hand. As you can see now, he tried to jump a little bit further to make sure he doesn't hop right in front of the 6 and jumped on top of the ball. Yeah, so Marc had to play a safety because nothing else was possible on the 6. So it could be do or die for Wojciech. Oh, I see the 8 move. I think he just touched the 8, I believe, with his cue. Also made touche. This is definitely not Wojciech, his match. I actually feel bad for him because we all know how well he can play. We know how well this match could be, and Marc played well, but Wojciech really did not show up. Here's that kick. Look at the 8. Just while he was looking at the 6, he bumped the 8 with his cue. That's where the ball in hand came from. Yeah, 2 balls left for BIJSTERBOSCH. Oh, and he's miscues. So this match is not over yet. What a mistake, and could possibly give Wojciech a little bit of heart, you know. Oh, just barely dropped. Yeah, so it's not going to be A2. This 7-3. See another jump try for Marc. And then this jump where Wojciech scratched straight in the side. Kicked, hit the 6, and then made another foul on the 8. But Marc miscuing on this 9 keeps Wojciech his hopes alive in this race to 8. Possible chance to get to the last 16. Yeah, many balls tracking towards a pocket. Nothing dropping. The cue ball actually was threatening the side as well for a second. Just look at the cue ball. Cue ball tracking towards the side. The 3 ball almost gets kissed in. 7 ball track towards the corner. And safety from Marc. Did he get a lucky rub of the 5? Might have got a good rub of the 5. Don't think. No. Not good enough. So opposite sides, I guess. Yeah, it's played that well. Full cover. Difficult kick shot. You might see him play the jump bank, but he's a little bit straight on it as well. As in, really wide angle to play the jump bank. A little bit too wide. Yeah, he's missed the kick. And yeah, I mean, some people would say he's close. I would say he's actually far off, as he had a pretty big ball. He was just trying to push the 1 ball. Either side would have been fine. So combination on the 7th first. You can see. Oh. You can see from this angle the 5 is close to play the 5 in the corner. So might have to choose the 5-9 combination. Yeah, his heart probably skipped a beat himself on that 7 ball, that combination. Like I said, still some work to do. Now this is very nicely played. Left himself a great angle to get to the short side of the 5. Could draw over right away, or could go over the short rail. Oh! Yeah. Yeah, what can you add to this? Just hit that side pocket. The side knuckle, I mean, from the short rail and hung the 5. So 4 balls remaining. Super straight draw on this. Perfect on the 8. It's going to play stop shot, short draw to the center. Has a nice angle to go back up table for the 10. I wouldn't expect him to do something weird from here. So this 10 to get to the last 16. There it is. So BIJSTERBOSCH beats Szewczyk 8-3 in pretty much a one-sided battle here in Podčetrtek, Slovenia. And as soon as the last 32 is done, I'm quite sure we will have the last 16 right after. So stay tuned because we will have a lot more action to come from Podčetrtek, Slovenia. We'll see you soon.